I must now admit that not many persons could have persuaded me to leave the pavilion temporarily and to share an occasion like this with you. But Dr. Denzel Douglas is one of them who could and did. And I say so for good reason. As you know, in CARICOM, prime ministers have portfolios assigned to them. Mine, as you have heard in my time, was for external negotiations. That for Dr. Denzel Douglas was health. And I think I can say without fear of successful contradiction that he has acquitted himself admirably in the discharge of those duties. Very early in his assumption of those responsibilities, he managed to persuade all his colleagues to accept a simple dictum: the health of a region is the wealth of a region. And so, whether it is in dealing with HIV, AIDS, avian flu, now swine flu, his leadership role is unquestioned. His capacity, his sagacity, his wisdom is not acknowledged only in the Caribbean, but his articulation, his comprehension, and his energy are all widely acknowledged on the global stage. And in saying this about Dr. Douglas, I must take this opportunity of recognizing that he has been able to assemble and keep together a good, strong, loyal team which is now being reinforced by some new energies which are always welcome for success. I am enamored that this week there was signed here in Basseterre the treaty for the establishment of an economic union between the OECS countries. And I know the role that Dr. Douglas played in that regard. I want to pay tribute to him for his outstanding contribution to ensure the international credibility of both the OECS and CARICOM. If we are to overcome the many obstacles we face in the region and confront the formidable challenges which confront us, we cannot retreat into the confines of isolation or be parochial in our thinking. We cannot depend on others to rescue us. Our best and only hope for success lies in the pursuit of shared goals, strategic coordination, and a pooling of the resources we share, natural and even more importantly, our human capital. I do not intend to trespass on your generosity by spending any more time at the crease. You came here not to hear me, but you came to hear A.J. Brown and Lord Relator. You came here, the ladies particularly, to dance. There's a lot of talk in the air about change and what change really means. But let me share a small story with you. There once was a cricketer who was coming to the end of his career. And he asked somebody to inquire of St. Peter, is there cricket in heaven? And it took some time for the consultation to take place because you don't have direct email or Twitter facilities between earth and heaven. In a short time, however, the answer came back. And it said, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that there is indeed cricket in heaven. But the bad news is that there's going to be a change of venue. And as from next week, Friday, you're going to be playing cricket not where you are, but where you're coming to us. In life, change is not a destination. Change is a continuing process. In these days when our cars have automatic transmission, you change the gear only when you want to reverse or to park. If you want to keep on going forward, the driver's foot on the accelerator will determine the speed at which you can go safely on your journey. Indeed, I would rely on the words of an ancient Greek philosopher who said, the only constant in life is change. Change does not entail discarding what is good and what is wholesome. It involves building brick by brick, room by room, an edifice which can provide more of a better life for every citizen who exists and those who will be born in the years to come. What our region needs is a greater sense of a shared destiny and the necessity for all members of our Caribbean family to be fully involved in shaping it. It needs wise, experienced, dedicated, and visionary leadership. It is through enlightened leadership and a creative spirit that we will realize our dreams and fulfill our vision. I wish the entire family of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis a truly happy new year, and may the wish of every citizen of faith and sober judgment come true.
Ladies and gentlemen.